In this video, I will explain you how you can implement page object models in a WebDriver IO. So let's get started. Consider this is a test website. In this website or web application, we have got homepage, and then there is authors page, add author page, books page, add book page. So in page object models, what we do is for each page we create a class, and all the elements that are available in that page are stored as that class fields or members. So we can create one class called as book, and in that we can store all these input box, drop down all the elements that are displayed here. In the same way, for other pages also we can create the class, and in that class those elements that are displayed on that page will be stored. Main benefit of using the page object models is that it reduces the code duplication and it is easy to maintain your framework. So let us see how to do this in WebDriver IO. As I said, we need to create the class for each page that is displayed. So let us create home page and book page. So here I have already implemented this. So you can see here in the page objects directory I have created a home page and authors, and this is the page, this is the base page for our page object model. In base page you can store all the common things or the things that you want to inherit by other pages. So if you look at the home page, you can see here there is authors link. We can remove this flash. So as you can see here, homepage class is created, and this syntax is ES6 syntax. In ES6 or ECMAScript Java ECMAScript 6 that was published in 2015, they introduced this class syntax in JavaScript. So we are using this syntax to create the class. We are extending this page class, that is page class, and as you can see it is coming from this file. So basically we are importing it from other files, these classes. So this import syntax is again comes from the ECMAScript 6, that is 2015 version of JavaScript. These are basically ES6 modules. So there is authors link over there. You can see I'm using this syntax to get the authors link. Then whenever open method is called or function is called, it is calling this super.open. That means the base page open method will be called. Then click author. So basically here we are specifying, okay, whenever click author function is called, go to this authors link object or link and then click on that. And then what it is doing is returning authors page, because when we click on authors link, it is gonna open the authors page. And authors page is again, that is another class, as you can see here. So same way you can add different classes or models for each of the pages in your application. So I have just added home page and authors page. Same way you can add book page, add book page, and so on. So in authors page, I have got two elements, that is submit button and then name of the author. So these two elements I'm extracting using these functions. And there is a click submit link. It is just gonna click on the submit button, and then set name method is there or function is there in that class, where I'm just entering that value, setting that value in that name, and export default new authors page. So if you are not compatible with this export default, then import syntax, I would recommend that you learn those ES6 syntax, like how to import export modules and how to write the classes, or what is the syntax to create the classes in modern JavaScript. So basically what we are doing here is we are returning that authors page object. Now this is just the page object models. To actually use that, you will have to, in the test, you will have to import that page object model. So we have imported the home page from this model. Normally the models are in the lowercase like this. So basically we can also say like import from this homepage.js, but JS is optional. When if you do not specify .js, it will still look for that file, and then from that file it will extract that home page or whatever is exported from that model. So home page is exported from that model, or there it is actually nothing but an object. So we are calling the open method on that object, and then it will navigate to the website. Once it is on the website, we are checking the title here. After that, from the home page, we have what click authors page. I already showed you this method. So once it clicks on the authors page is open, and that's why we have assigned it to authors page there. And then authors page dot set name we are doing. So in the authors page, we are setting this name of the author, and then we are just comparing that we have actually set it properly in that box. So basically that's how you can use the page object models. Same way you can add multiple classes for each page in your application, and then write the tests accordingly. It is easy to maintain, and this is the most popular way to write the tests. I am gonna execute this test just for the demonstration purpose now. You'll just go to the home page of SoftPost and then click on add authors. Then you'll enter this Sagar in that author field. So let us see how it works. So this is the home page, then it will click on add author, and then it will go to the add author page. So on the add authors page, and the test is passed. So that's how you can use the page object models. If you are facing any difficulties implementing page object models for your project in your company or organization, let me know through the comments, and I will definitely try to help you guys. Thanks for watching this video.